皆さんおはようございます。Thank you for joining me. This is the Japanese Easy News article of the day for October 31st, 2025. 2025年10月31日の記事でございます。So for today, we have our title here. 高市総理大臣が APEC に出席。中国の習近平国家主席と話をした。So, we have Takaichi Sori Daijin, which is Prime Minister Takaichi, the newly appointed Prime Minister, が APEC に出席。So, 出席 is to attend or to show up. So, showed up at APEC, which is the Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation, I believe it's what it's called. It's like a economic forum kind of a thing for the Pacific Ocean and Asia in that area. So Takaichi, Prime Minister Takaichi attended this meeting. And then we have a space, so that's our main topic. And what happened within that topic? 中国の習近平国家主席と話をした。So 中国の from China, 習近平国家主席. So 習近平 is Xi Jinping. 国家主席 is the head of state. It can also be a title. So head of state Xi Jinping from China. と話をした. So this to saying with, and then 話をする to have a discussion, to talk with. So Takaichi, Prime Minister Takaichi attended APEC and talked or had discussions with head of state Xi Jinping from China. All right, let's jump right into our vocabulary list from the article. So first we have a word I just learned today, 習近平. So 習近平 is how you say Xi Jinping in Japanese. So when referring to Chinese places or people, a lot of times the Japanese will just use the same characters as the Chinese, but then they will give them the Japanese version of that reading. So it's the Chinese reading, but it's how the Japanese read the Chinese reading, if that makes sense. So with these three characters, this is how you would write Xi Jinping's name in Chinese, but the Japanese pronunciation is quite different. So 習近平 is how you would pronounce that in Japanese. And we have 国家主席, which is a head of state. 出席 or 出席する is attendance or to attend, like to show up to a meeting or school or something like that. And we have 太平洋, which is the Pacific Ocean. 参加 or 参加する is participation or to participate. 経済 is the economy or economics. We have 成長 and 成長する. This is growth or to grow. 貿易 is trade. 投資 is invest or investments. And 分野 is like a field, an area, or a sphere. Like if you want to say what is your field or your field of study or the field of politics.
高市総理大臣が韓国で APEC の会議に出席しました。この会議はアジアや太平洋の21の国と地域のトップが参加しています。会議で高市総理大臣は、経済が成長するためには貿易や投資が必要です。日本は AI やデジタル、エネルギーの分野に投資をしますと言いました。そして午後5時ぐらいから中国の習近平国家主席と初めて話をしました。高市総理大臣は、日本と中国が協力していくことが大切だと伝えました。
Okay, let's jump right into our article here.
高市総理大臣が韓国で APEC の会議に出席しました。
高市総理大臣が韓国で、So, Prime Minister 高市が韓国で in South Korea APEC の会議に出席しました。So, APEC, the Asian Pacific Economic Cooperation の会議 meeting from APEC, or a meeting of APEC に出席しました。So, 出席する is to attend. So, 出席しました。高市総理大臣attended an APEC meeting.
この会議はアジアや太平洋の21の国と地域のトップが参加しています。
この会議は、So this meeting, アジアや太平洋の、So アジア、Asia や太平洋の、太平洋 being the Pacific Ocean, 21の国と地域。So 21, 21, and then we have 21の国と、地域。So 21 countries, 国 and regions, 地域、のトップ。So top being the leaders of, so leaders of 21 countries and regions or areas from Asia and the Pacific Ocean. アジアや太平洋の21の国と地域のトップが参加しています。So leaders from these 21 countries are participating in these meetings. 参加しています。To participate.
会議で高市総理大臣は、経済が成長するためには貿易や投資が必要です。
Okay, so we have a quote here. We're going to split this into several sentences here. So 高市総理大臣は、会議で高市総理大臣は、so 会議で in the meeting, Prime Minister 高市, then we have the long quote, and then 問いました then, so this is said, and then we're going to go break down this quote. 経済が成長するためには So, this ためには that we have here, this means in order to, or in order for something to happen. So here we have 経済が成長するためには 経済 being the economy or economics が成長するためには So 成長する is to grow. So in order for the economy to grow, that's what 経済が成長するためには貿易や貿易 is trade, and then we have 投資 which is investments. So we need this や things like trade and investments が必要です。So 必要です means it's required or we need.
日本は AI やデジタル、エネルギーの分野に投資をしますと言いました。
And we're continuing the quote here. So 日本は AI やデジタル、エネルギーの分野に投資をします。と言いました。So Japan は And then what are we doing at the end here? 投資をします。So 投資をする is to invest in something. So, and what is Japan investing in? 日本は AI やデジタル、エネルギーの分野。So into the fields, the 分野 of AI, digital, and energy. So these are the fields that Japan is investing in. And then と言いました。So this is what 高市、said.
そして午後5時ぐらいから中国の習近平国家主席と初めて話をしました。
Okay. そして午後5時ぐらいから、so 午後 PM 5時ぐらいから、so that そして is then, and then 午後5時ぐらい around 5 PM から starting at around 5 PM or from around 5 PM、中国の習近平国家主席と初めて話をしました。So, as we had in our title here, 中国の習近平国家主席Head of State Xi Jinping from China with Xi Jinping. 初めて for the first time 話をしました。Had a discussion with Xi Jinping for the first time.
高市総理大臣は、日本と中国が協力していくことが大切だと伝えました。
Okay. 日本と高市総理大臣は、so Prime Minister 高市、日本と中国が協力していく。So 日本と中国、Japan and China が協力していく。So this ていく means going forward into the future, and that is attached to 協力する, to cooperate. So for Japan and China to cooperate going forward into the future, 協力していくことが, so that thing, the thing of them cooperating together, ことが大切だ is very crucial, is important. 大切だと伝えました. So 伝える is to tell or to inform. So Prime Minister Takaichi said that it is very important for Japan and China to cooperate together. Now, with this being a short, easy, simplified version of an article, they did not discuss a lot about what kind of issues were discussed between China and Japan, between Takaichi and Xi Jinping. But there were lots of very crucial issues, and it seems like Japan and China, at least in this discussion, were very willing to cooperate, and that kind of eased some tensions people had with the new prime minister coming in and the relationship with China. So that is it for our article today. Thank you so much for being here. If you like this article and you want to see more of these, please like and subscribe, and also hit that thumbs up so that you're notified when these videos come up. We do them every single weekday, so you can keep up on your Japanese study as well as world and Japanese news. So thank you so much. I will plan on seeing you next week for another week of news. Mata ne.